All right, I'm here with Roseon Finance, a multi-chain yield aggregator. So Roseon Finance is a mobile yield aggregator that manages your crypto plus your NFT portfolio and optimizes yield across DeFi and CeFi networks. So they basically optimize the yield, get you the best swap rates, and they combine the rates with CeFi and DeFi. So as of now, I'm not too sure if something like this exists, especially one that's got a mobile app, right? So you'll get the best rates because often there's a lot of arbitrage opportunities that exist between DeFi and CeFi, um, and bots, and like arbitrage bots are kind of what close that gap. So there's usually a lot of opportunity and a lot of um, missed value if you're not actually looking at different exchanges for um, your swaps, especially if you're doing large, massive volume, because then slippage comes into play as well. So these guys um, are providing that service as a yield aggregator, plus heaps more. But that yield aggregator on a mobile app is pretty cool. Plus, I mean, look at their user interface is so smooth. So why Rosian Finance app? We aggregate liquidity from CeFi and DeFi, bringing the best from both worlds. Check. We optimize yield and bring DeFi to your fingertips. Check. We bring your NFT collections and marketplaces to our gallery. So this here is pretty sweet, right? Because when you have an app on your phone that brings you yield through DeFi at your fingertips, what that means is it basically connects the retail space and the non-coiners into the crypto space, but in a really easy and smooth user experience. Because if you're going to talk to your mum and dad about DeFi and yield farming, they're going to have no fucking clue, right? And it's going to be a nightmare teaching them. But if you just tell them, hey, download this app, Roseon Finance, hit a couple of these savings and yield farming accounts, options rather, and just sit down and get that yield. You pay a small fee, all good, but you're actually now participating in the DeFi space. And that's why I'm usually very bullish on products that bridge the non-crypto space into the crypto space and make the user experience pretty easy. Like Celsius, another example. I mean, they don't do DeFi, but they provide yield. Um, Nexo, Yield app. Yield app is one who does DeFi. Um, and there's heaps on like Blockbank as well. I'll make a video on that later. Um, but yeah, let's keep on moving. So keep your crypto safe. We use multiple signatures for each of your transactions to keep your assets safe. So people say not your keys, not your coins, or something like that. But what I've found is the centralized entities that do manage your keys are actually super anal on security, and you actually have a less chance of getting hacked and phished using these services, ironically, right? But if you're like a Bitcoin maxing libertarian, then yeah, this isn't for you. But for about 90 or 95% of the space, this works, and this is probably a better option, um, just in terms of security. So better key management, your private key is stored encrypted on a secure server. You don't need to worry about forgetting it or losing it. Fully insured farming. All of our yield farming deposits are insured with Nexus Mutual against smart contract vulnerabilities. This is huge, man. I've been I've been a victim of a couple of smart contract vulnerabilities, especially when you're balls deep in yield farming and playing around with shitcoins on BSC and Ethereum. There's a lot of quote unquote vulnerabilities and exploits that happen. So obviously these guys want to cover their ass, and this is this is a great way to do it. Key features: so they got savings, lock your crypto and earn rewards, swaps, integration with sexes and dexes, access to best liquidity at the lowest rate of swing trade with swaps. This is what I mentioned before. You get the best swap rates when you combine these two. Yield farms earned through liquidity mining or yield farms. These two, savings and yield farms, probably interrelated. NFT galleries: view, bid, or sell your digital arts, collectibles, or capture that special moment. Um, Portfolio manager. This is interesting as well. A tool that allows you to create, monitor, and automate rebalancing of your own crypto portfolio. Right. So I'm guessing they're going to have trading bots that probably you can execute certain strategies. I don't know, maybe like EMA crossovers, um, Yeah, usually I think moving average crossovers probably work the best, or probably the most utilized by portfolio managers. But we'll see. We'll see what else they come up with. Let's have a look at their partners. Um, Yo, what? RMIT University. This is literally my university. This is where I went to school. That's pretty sick. Actually, I didn't even notice that. That's dope. Lewis Swap, Gene Finance, KuCoin, OpenSea, Crypto Art Collectors, Kairos Ventures, all pretty sweet. They got a couple of sexes in here. They got um, the NFT marketplaces where you can aggregate your NFT sales as well. Their backers, some big boys in here. X21, Moonwhale, AU21, Magnus, Caridia. Who else we got? Aha, Dutch crypto investors. These bad boys, definitely the biggest nuts in the house here. In regards to the team, the founder does have a pretty good track record, pretty successful. I'll let you guys go over their LinkedIn's separately because this will just take way too long. Um, but yeah, these guys are pretty successful. Success breeds success, and they've got a lot of good connections in the industry. So very, very confident in this team. All right, I'm just going to quickly go over their pitch deck. I'm a bit aware of time, so I'm just going to keep this brief. The problem they see is that the landscape is a bit fragmented, so obviously their mission statement is to get it all together and collate it. They're going to be cross-chain, Ethereum, Binance, Smart Chain, Polkadot, Tron, and others. We went over this. They're going to have savings accounts, farming, NFT galleries, portfolio manager, swaps, business intelligence. That's probably going to be for corporate users. This is going to be their DeFi utilization. So they're going to use vaults, swaps, liquidity pools. Got the mobile app. This is their fee structure. We went over that as well. I think no, we didn't. So this is their fee structure. So they're going to be taking 3 to 5% for their farming, 1% management fee for their index, and 18% performance fee. This is pretty interesting. I'd like to know more about this. I couldn't find any more details, but 18% fee is massive. So I'm assuming that they're going to be confident that they can probably outperform the market pretty sustainably because 18%, huge, huge fees. So, I'm expecting at least 50% per year on top of this, which I mean in this market probably achievable. Token seller metrics pretty balanced, pretty good. Seed 1, 12-month unlock, 15% at TGE, 50% TGE, linearly over 10 and 8 months of the seed 2 in private sale, 100 million tokens, not bad. I'll let you guys go over this in your own time. This is their technical roadmap. They are pretty fast paced in terms of the integration. So a few months we can see their yield farming up and running. Polkadot in September, and they got a couple more things coming through next year. Competitive advantage, we mentioned a couple of this before, but we'll go over them again. They are innovative, so they're the only guys who are providing the NFT aggregator as well. They already have a working product. The user interface is super, super nice to use. I used the app before. They do have their contacts. They've got the proven team to support these contacts, and they're a market leader first in Southeast Asia and Asia. I mean, look at this mascot. This is very Asian demographic friendly. So, I'm sure a lot of my boys in Asia are going to be very happy with this mascot. I'm just going to quickly point out a couple of interesting things I saw in their GitHub, also their Gitbook. So in terms of security, there's no need to worry about bugs or scams hidden in DeFi smart contracts. Roseon has a team of smart contract programmers to audit the code before it's used and will also commit to third-party independent qualified smart contract and code auditing. So these guys are going to be on top of that security. Furthermore, users no longer have to worry about losing crypto due to misplaced private key or sending funds to the wrong smart contract address. Roseon safely stores keys and takes care of all the users' DeFi transactions. I don't know why I read that back to front, but these guys are pretty on top of security. Any smart contract that interacts with Roseon's ecosystem will need to be audited and verified on the public explorer with the source code available on a GitHub repository with extended documented guides and code comments. So they're only going to be dealing with open source products and vaults. None of this closed source bullshit. that could be susceptible to any types of bugs and vulnerabilities. So they've got their own internal auditing system. Plus, I'm guessing they're going to be utilizing a third-party auditor as well. So best believe that their shit is going to be secure. Plus, they're going to have a license as well. So you can have a look at their platform architecture as well. So I'm just going to go into the custodial service, which is probably the most important bit of security. So for small value transactions, pretty quick. For large value, they're going to be utilizing a multi-signature smart contract. Um, so this here is probably um, taken from the Celsius architecture as well for security. So those guys are pretty damn secure, and following the market leader in that niche, in this niche, is pretty good. And I'm pretty confident that everything's going to be pretty decent and secure in this. But yeah, that's basically Roseon Finance. Let me know if you guys have any comments or questions in regards to it. I'm pretty keen on this. I think these guys are going to do pretty well. They tick a lot of different boxes. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Cheers, guys.